Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ed Psych 315. My name is Tana Arnold, and I'll be the instructor for this course. This is the welcome video that is going to cover the syllabus, the course schedule, and just a general overview of how to use the Canvas course so that you can really be successful in this class. Most of you are probably wondering why we're using a hybrid format for this semester. Some of you have probably guessed, and I think a couple of you probably have a really good idea. But 2 Fridays ago, I had a little girl, and so I am working from home for the first 5 weeks. I'm still available to you through email. Please allow me at least 24 hours to respond because I can't guarantee how often or what time of the day I'll be able to check, but I will be available. I will be interacting with you through the Canvas course. So I'm still engaged in with the course and all of the things that we're going to be doing, but we'll jump into that and what that's going to look like. If you have any questions about the hybrid format, please don't hesitate to send me an email. For this week, you won't come on campus either day, Monday or Wednesday. But as you'll see in the course schedule, you will be coming on Wednesdays for the following weeks. So let's just go ahead and jump in. I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see what I'm seeing. So here is our syllabus for this semester. You can see here that we are online through the 29th, except for on Wednesdays, you will come for assessments. We will be completely in person starting on September 30th, so you'll come on Mondays and Wednesdays. My contact information is here. 338 is where my office is located. Again, I'm off campus for the next 5 weeks, so please email me. It's my name, tanaarnold@ksu.edu. Once I'm back on campus, here are my office hours. I get on campus at 8:30 before class, and I'll be sticking around for about 15 minutes after class. Anytime between now and whenever, even during the semester when we're on campus, if you have a question or you need an appointment and we can't make our schedules match to meet in person, we can meet via Zoom, and I'm happy to walk you through that, how to join a Zoom conference, but that's really easy. The professor of record is Dr. Judy Huey. I am a GTA for the Department of Special Education, Counseling, and Student Affairs. So somebody else has designed this course. I don't have a whole lot of control over the format or the assessments or some of the activities that we do. So if you have a question, you can definitely ask me, but you can also reach out to Dr. Judy Huey, and there's her contact information also. In order to be in this class, you've had to have been admitted to the teacher education and completed human development. This box is really important. This covers that we're in the modified hybrid format for the first 5 weeks. All assessments are going to be in person. We're going to talk about those assessments in more detail here in a little bit, but those are all closed book, closed note, and there will be a proctor on campus for those assessments until I am back on campus, and then that'll be me again. But you need to stay on top of the readings and the activities for the online portion of the class in order to be successful on those assessments. Those assessments will be on Wednesdays during our regular scheduled class time. So at 9:30, you will be expected to be in the classroom to take those assessments. In order to maintain some consistency through the hybrid format, our application exercises, chapter assessment, study modules, and licensure exams are all due on the same day throughout the entire semester. So our application exercises are due on Mondays. Your exams will be on Wednesdays. They will always be in person. Again, I can't stress that enough. You don't have to come to campus either day this week, but starting next week, you will need to come on Wednesday for the assessment because those assessments are always in person. So please hear that. Assessments are always in person. Study modules are on the Pearson site, and those are due on Fridays. Licensure exams are on the Pearson site. Those are due on Sundays. And discussion boards are on Canvas, and those are due on Sundays. And there's more detail on what that is like down here. Again, some more information on the assessments as they're scheduled for Wednesdays. You'll need to see the course schedule for the entirety of the semester. You're required to be on campus to take those, and we'll give you those down here. Then here's the rest of the stuff from the syllabus that we're not allowed to take out. So the conceptual framework and all of those things. Here's the required text in the website. And then we jump into the course requirements. Okay, sorry about that. Had to take a quick break. But onto the course requirements. You will see that there are 10 chapter assessments that you're going to take throughout the semester. We will drop the lowest 2 scores after the final exam. There are absolutely no makeups. If you are not in class, you will not be allowed to take the assessment. This goes for all reasons. You can see here this includes absences due to illnesses, funerals, and extracurricular activities. If you have any questions about that, please reach out to Dr. Huey, because this is one of those things that I have no control over. This is the department policy. So we will take 8 of your 10 best scores for that assessment, or for that overall part of the course requirement. You will see here you're not allowed to take it on a smartphone. You need to bring an iPad or a laptop to take that. To help you prepare, there is a study guide in the module section. I'm going to show you where that's at. After the assessment, on the day that everybody takes it, I will post a feedback document so that you can see, try to figure out where you might have missed, because they also do not show you which questions you missed. So you just kind of have to figure that out for yourself. The application exercises that I referenced earlier that are due on Mondays, those are in part of Pearson. You can see here that there's 10 of them at 5 points for a total of 50. And then there's 2 additional activities. Those are chapter 4 and chapter 6. It's very clearly shown in the modules. Those are for a total of 20 points. We will attempt to do those in classes on Mondays. I can't guarantee that that is going to happen every time. That's a different way of doing it this semester than we did it in previous semesters. So we're going to try to figure out how that's going to work, but I think it's going to be just fine. The study modules, 70 points here. There's 2 parts to them: learn and apply, and summarize and assess. When you do the learn and apply, you need to write in a 3-sentence minimum, where you guys can all do that, 3 sentences on the learn and apply. You need to get an 80% on the summarize and assess portion. You can go back and correct those for the multiple choice sections. Please pay attention to the order. You'll notice here they are not in numerical order. You go 3, then 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 6. We need you to do them in that order. I know it's strange, again, out of my control, but you need to make sure you're following that. It's also in the calendar. It's in the course schedule. It should be pretty easy for you guys to figure out which ones you need to do. The PLT activities, these are licensure exams. Here is a tip to do the multiple choice before you do the short answer items. These are worth 40 points. These are an all or nothing. So I go in and I grade them as you're going, but they don't go into the Canvas grade book until the end, because again, it is an all or nothing. When it's time, I'll send out an email to anybody who's not going to meet that 80% requirement, and give you the option of redoing some of them. But again, you guys are very smart individuals. You can figure out if you're meeting that requirement as you go throughout the semester, so you don't end up with, I have a bunch of makeup work to do at the end. This classroom management simulation, it's much later in the semester. We will do it in class, so I'm not going to spend time talking about it now. The legal and ethical issues, that's also completed in class, so I'm not going to talk about it now. And this group digital video, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about this when we get back. Go ahead and read this section, but we're going to talk about it in person, so don't panic about it. And there's work time built into the schedule. The test construction activity is also something that is started in class, and then you guys finish it as a group outside of class. And then there's various classroom activities throughout the semester. Because we're doing the modified format for this semester, we are doing discussion boards for chapters 1 through 6. Points are earned by the quality of your postings and the regular engagement with your group members. try to put your initial posts on early in the week so that other people have something to respond to. If everybody waits until Saturday or Sunday to do an initial post, then some people are going to get really frustrated because there's not going to be posts to respond to. You are college educated individuals. I don't think I need to give you a deadline of posting by Wednesday and then posting by Sunday. But if I see that everybody's waiting until Sunday to do it, I will have to implement that. So just keep that in mind for right now. I'm leaving it up to you guys. So just try to aim for the first part of the week for your initial and your responses by Sunday. The requirements for those are listed in each assessment or each assignment in the Canvas course. And more information is going to be coming on this optional extra credit. This is the first semester we're offering it, but it is worth 20 points. You would need to purchase this book, Where There's Hope, Healing, Moving Forward, and Never Giving Up by Elizabeth Smart. You would need to purchase it from Dr. Judy Huey. I think she's saying it's $15, which is right at what Amazon would be charging for it. And then you'd get a package that includes all of this stuff right here that would go through the requirements in order to earn those 20 points. More details will be given to you guys as I get them. Right now, this is all I know about it. The final exam is comprehensive. It is scheduled. We follow the university schedule, and you'll see it on the course schedule of when that is. Our grade policy, due to the rigor and expectations of the course, you need to come to campus every time we have class on campus. It's just very, very important. Your lowest two assessment scores will not be dropped until after the final exam. And every point is important, so just make sure you're doing all of the stuff. We do accept late work. Sorry, excuse me. However, 20% will be deducted if it's not done within that first week. Communicate with me. Let me know what's going on. I am very flexible and usually pretty understanding. So just let me know what's going on so I can work with you and help you come up with plans to make sure we're staying on top of it. So our expectations, you need to be at class every day. You need to communicate with your instructors. That's me. Participate and engage in the discussions. That's both online and in person. And use that professionalism and technology appropriately. It's just really important that you guys are starting to learn some of that professionalism as you're going to be educators and you're going to be communicating with lots of different people. I understand that we get frustrated with things and it's really quick that we can fire off an email. Just take some deep breaths before we do those types of things because we are really pushing that now, just being really professional. There's our academic honesty statement, your expectations for classroom conduct, the academic freedom statement, our weapons policy, concealed carry statement, same stuff you guys are seeing on every syllabus, so I'm not going to read it to you. Campus statement and syllabus changes. We reserve the right to make any changes at any time. That can be by me, Dr. Huey, or Mrs. LeMay. So just keep that in mind. So the course schedule here is, I hope, a very clear outlined way of looking at our semester. Again, we are in week 1 right now. You can see that it's an online week. Here's the week. Here's your activities that you need to do. And here are the actual assignments. These are the points that are given. Don't just do the assignments and ignore the activities. You're going to set yourself up for failure. You need to do all of these activities. You need to do the readings. You need to participate in the discussion boards. You need to watch the videos because it's important, okay? I can't stress that enough. You'll see here in week 2, it's still an online week. Here are your activities. It lists all of them. And then over here we have when they're due. So you'll see on Monday you have application exercises that are due by 11:59. Here in red, it says you have your chapters 1 and 2 exam and it's in person. So again, you're going to be in person on campus in Bluemont Hall 344 at 9:30 to take that exam. There will be a proctor there. It's closed book, closed note. You need a computer or a laptop. So be prepared for that. And the only way to be prepared for that is to utilize these activities and the resources in the modules. Throughout the entire semester, we'll be utilizing a sort of flipped classroom I don't know how you would really call it, because it's kind of the expectation for all college classes that you do the readings, then you come to class and we will do discussions and we will do activities. I'm not going to be lecturing on a PowerPoint because as future educators, we're telling you guys not to have your students sit and get. So we're really trying to move away from that so that we're not doing it to you. But in order for that to work, you have got to do the work outside of class and come in ready to have these discussions. And so that shows how the rest of the modified online is going to go. You can see on the week 3, you have to come in person for exam 3. Week 4, you're in person on Wednesday for a chapter 4 exam. And on week 5, you're in class on Wednesday the 25th for your chapters 5 and 6 exam. The following week, week 6, we are back in class in person. We will meet on Mondays and Wednesdays. It still says the exam's in class, but at this point, we're in class both days anyway, so it should just be feeling normal by now. And the discussion and the activities looks a little bit different because the understanding is you're going to read the chapters, look through the PowerPoints, and you're going to come in prepared to do these different activities. So a lot of times our Monday activities will carry over to Wednesday, and they'll be done after the exam because the exam's the first thing that we do when we come in. But always over here in our last column, you can see the assignment and the due date and the due time if there is one. So you can just go through there and see what those different activities are. And there's our final exam on Tuesday the 17th at 11:50. And again, I'm available to answer any questions that you guys have about this. So on to the Canvas course. Inside modules, you can see a copy of that syllabus that I just showed you. Here are the important directions for the course textbook. This is all of the detailed out that I sent in the first email, registration directions. This is the attachment that went out in the second email. Here's the PowerPoint that's referenced in one of those emails. If you are having problems connecting and you're getting a "your session ended" response, go check out this document. It'll walk you through what to do. Some extra resources. And then you jump into chapters 1 and 2 module. So once I have the video ready, it'll be posted here. Here are the assignments that you need to do. This licensure exam, it's just a placeholder to remind you to do it, so it'll show up on your calendar. You don't actually upload anything here because this is due on the Canvas, or the Pearson course, I apologize, on the Pearson course. At the very end of the syllabus that I forgot to show you because I'm a bit scattered, you need to sign this paper and upload it saying that you've read through the syllabus and you understand all of the requirements, and you need to upload it to Canvas right here, Canvas signature page. Here's your personal intro due on Sunday. Here's the discussion board, the questions where you guys need to have your 1 initial and your 2 responses. Application exercise, this is just a placeholder to remind you to go do it. That's in Canvas. Here's your chapter 2 discussion and your licensure exam. And here are all the PowerPoints. Here are the PowerPoints that I used to use to lecture, and here are the Pearson textbook provided ones. I encourage you to glance through all of them, particularly these 2, but these ones can also be helpful. Here's that study guide that's referenced in the syllabus. Go through it, because you'll really need to use it to prepare for the exam. And then it goes through the rest of the modules just like that. So a couple of times I have talked about the calendar and placeholders. And I've done that so that if you utilize your calendar inside Canvas, the deadlines, the due dates for all of your assignments show up here for things that are due both in Canvas and in Pearson to help you stay on top of what needs done. So you can see it actually, the first things aren't even due until September 1st. But then we jump in heavy, guys. There is a lot of content that we are covering in this course. So you just have to stay on top of it. There's no other way of doing it. If you have any questions about any of the requirements or the schedule, please reach out to me and give me 24 hours to respond. And I look forward to a great semester. Talk to you guys later.